Warte. Oh, sorry. Mal sehen, wie sich die Performance des Spiels heute verhält. Man darf ja gespannt sein. Man geht immer so schnell. In Ruhe von der Festplatte geschaufelt. Teleport Things, ja, das mache ich doch. Extra Arrow Charge Stufe 2 gelernt. Mit Lose. Um mit dir auch teleportieren zu können, weil teleportieren ist wirklich cool. Und der Wunsch, dass wir Gegner auch in Abgründe teleportieren können. Das wäre noch eine Nummer. Das wäre vielleicht ein bisschen imbar, gebe ich zu. Nein. So, genau, ich habe neue Skills gelernt. Schon sehr geil, weil ich mich dann auch sehr gut bewegen. Will ich schon wieder drin haben.
Woke up this morning in a sweat. Can't get that thing out of my mind.
You made it back, safe and sound. That's all you gotta think about right now.
Oh, ich aktuell nicht gegen Provoke, aber ich will auf jeden Fall den Fire Strike nutzen können. Phoenix Dive, Fire Strike. Fire Strike! Thunderstruck!
What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving.
Woke up this morning in a sweat.
Neues gelernt? Also
Can't
nicht.
get that
Well and good for you with your rations.
Rain auch nicht, ne?
You made it back,
Rain noch nachher
safe
beizubringen,
and
auch krank gewesen.
That's all you gotta think about right now.
Auch so viel Zeug bei ihm.
easier said than done.
Holy shit, aber ich habe gar nicht genug Source Points, um es einzusetzen. Nein. Was? Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Das wird sehr gut.
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all
Der habe ich
right,
immer gemacht.
as long as I
Reactive, oder?
don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Ah, es ist natürlich auch geil.
There's a lot of call for the junk you sell, then.
Smells
Also
worse
bei
over
ihm,
here.
mit der
It doesn't
Macht, die er hat,
rot
an
eggs
Why,
dropped
I
in a
offer
vat
nothing
of
less than
vinegar.
the wisdom of the ancients. And
Roaring Armor ist auch
Rapid
richtig.
fiction, along with a large helping of ham.
If I don't come visit
Ich will auf jeden Fall erstmal Reactive Shot haben.
well,
Wouldn't you like to know?
keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
Das Welt und machen Reactive Shot dafür rein.
Never forget it.
Alter Schwede, ey. Das hier sind Oceans. So viele hier, so viele Leute.
Could be worse, you know.
Jetzt haben wir noch nicht bequatscht.
You could be a dwarf, for starters.
You needing supplies? I'd stock up if I were you. It's madness out there. Never seen anything like it. Anything more?
Plank Skill Book. Summoning Books.
got word from the factory that another boat went down. Things ain't
Holy
looking
shit.
Tell me,
Yeah.
have you heard
You suppose the Madison will get rid of the void woken anytime soon?
Void woken are everywhere.
doubt it.
Das ist
Now
super
they've
gut,
got
ey.
that Galatia's general in charge. What did they call her? The axe?
I?
The
Yes,
hammer.
yes, of course.
Hope you're wrong. Time will tell, I suppose.
Hallo.
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Bishop Alexander was slain by Seekers. Culprits didn't know.
Ebi, das ist super geil. Magic Arm muss man verdauen bekommen.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Queen Justinia
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
They don't come visit.
Until later, then.
Wie soll ich das unterbringen? Das geht doch gar nicht.
Much business today?
Ich checke also Pain eventuell.
Not much. People don't want to leave town. Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. They'll be by soon enough.
Tell me, have you heard any news?
Bishop Alexander was slain.
Nothing good. The void woken are
Was
everywhere.
The dog lies there quietly, clearly in great pain.
What are you looking at? I'm sick here. Get lost. Got a pain in the neck. Got a bad pain in the neck.
It flinches. A low, threatening growl builds within its throat. Under the collar, you find the sharpened points of metal rivets, gouging the poor dog's skin. The dog bares its teeth at you and growls.
You're safe.
The dog gives you a long, hard stare, but does not bite you. Yet.
Jetzt.
Of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The dog goes to bite your hand, and then realizes the pain is gone.
Hey, I feel okay. Thanks, woman. I think I'll wander off now. Here, before I go, what can I do to show my gratitude?
Can't blame them. There's no safety in solitude.
Master did.
Well, keep steady. People still need potions. They'll be by soon enough.
Huh? Wait a minute. Master hurted me? Excuse me a minute. I'm gonna go now, but first I have a thing I need to do.
He turns to his master.
You bad man, you! Ruff.
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Ah. Oh,
Penny for a grieving beggar whose dog ran away. God damn it. How was my livelihood? Penny for a grieving beggar? I reckon I'm owed it here.
bist ein Piece of Scheiße, Mann.
You're safe among friends.
No,
Never forget it.
you wouldn't do that, would you? Oh, yes, you would do that, wouldn't you? I couldn't prevail upon you to change your mind, could I?
Woke up this morning in a sweat. Can't get that thing out of my mind.
He gives you a cool look, then rummages in his pocket. He counts the money out and hands it over.
That's your lot. Go on then, get lost, you freeloader. I'm working here.
Void woken are everywhere.
Hat er gesagt.
Fine, you're here to
Penny for a grieving beggar whose dog... Then get out of the way. Penny for a sick dog.
Was für ein Arsch, ey.
Keeping it together.
Maybe I'm glad I ain't pulling carts of stinking fish round no more. But what's a beast to do if not pull?
You suppose the Madisons will get rid of the void woken?
Well now, wouldn't that be grand? Fresh grass every
Yeah.
summer, maize all winter, and... Wait, why are you looking at me like that?
Heavens to Bessie, another one. More queer folk than commoners in Driftwood these days. Ain't hard for a bull to tell. I bet you don't even know which of them voices is your own. We beasts can smell the others on you. Anyway, tavern's just down the road. Can't miss it. 'Cause that's where all the queer ones go. Clanking dwarves, dozy lizards. I even saw him drag a void woken down there in the dead of night.
What?
Don't know what's going on in that tavern, but it must be a freak show in there. Oh, we dwarves had a kingdom, and we will have it back. I won't always be sweeping, I'll be riding horseback. We dwarves had a kingdom, and a proud knight was I. I won't always be sweeping, for my kingdom I'll die. Oh, we dwarves had a king. Elton, my inkwell.
Hübsch hier, ne?
The Meister's back! The Meister's back! She doesn't feel like playing, but...
The Meister sits slumped in a chair, looking around the room as she works her shoulder with one hand. It looks like it was dislocated by the gallows.
Damnable red cloak baboons ransacking my wardrobes. As if I would keep ancient valuable secrets in a pile with my unmentionables.
She takes a deep breath, and with a twist, a click, and a screech of pain, she shoves her shoulder back into its socket.
I swear by the seven, if we did not have more important matters to attend to.
Reaching across the table, she pulls a bowl of hot water towards her and fishes some bandages, a needle, and thread out of a box. She slowly starts to tend to her wounds.
At least the barbarians were unable to club their way into my vault, so everything you need should be safe.
All right.
Apparently I had a claw in murdering their darling divine-in-waiting Alexander.
The Meister wrenches the bandage, pulling the fabric tight against her wound. She winces before tying it off in a neat knot, but you can see the red stain already spreading across the fabric.
Never mind that. That I was here the entire time. Apparently my cunning transcends time, space, and common sense.
Thank you.
Mice Deceiver freezes, her eyes locked on you, her claws mid-swipe, cutting a new stretch of bandage.
Why on earth should I have thought anything else? Not that I was sorry to hear about his death. I doubt my grin helped matters during the interrogation.
The Meister turns to you, her eyes wide with worry.
Oh, pardon. I'm so sorry. How could I have forgotten? Thank you so much. Thank you for rescuing me after they had already strung me up. After they had tortured me for days. After they...
She stops mid-shout, descending into a fit of coughing, wheezing and groaning. She glowers at you as she slowly regains her composure.
We are quite finished with politeness. There is so much to do. Enthusiasm? On a weekday? My word. We shall begin once we have the tools we need from my vault. You may have been chosen Godwoken, but becoming divine requires more than a supernatural pat on the head. Come, Godwoken. It is time to see just how awake you are. Fortunately, the Magisters pay as much attention to art as they do to fashion. Kindly remove that painting from the wall.
Painting, okay. No problem. Eine Sekunde. Bücher. Das ist dann wahrscheinlich die Taverne. Ich mach sagen, wir werden noch alles erkunden. Ein Rich wieder im Keller. Ist gut. Kriegen. Nur gelesen. Garten, das muss da oben dieser Friedhof sein, den wir gesehen haben. Da haben wir auch einen Geist rumlaufen sehen. Du hast welche Nekromanzer? Hm? Ah, und da laufen. Ist vielleicht auch der Held, der herumläuft. The Remains where they did their deeds. Ist vielleicht gefangen dadurch. Interessant, wir haben den Geist gesehen. Das gucken wir uns auf jeden Fall noch an. Haben wir schon mehrfach gelesen. Aha. Krass. Trolle sind krasse Viecher, haben wir gelernt. Ah, still he fell. Gute Bücher. Ja. Ah. Hier so ein Idol of Rebirth. Gut, Aufgabe ist simpel.
I pray my instructions will not be too technical for you. Push the button. Your talent for following simple instructions fills me with wonder and pride. Now, kindly go to the vault and enter the combination. I shall call it out as you go.
A stone door lies flush with the floorboards. Etched whorls in the granite frame a delicate rotary dial. Gleaming under the dim light, the metallic dial almost seems to wink at you. Taking your time, you carefully enter the combination. The metallic sounds of the tumblers falling within the mechanism let you know you entered the code correctly.
I'm so good, I entered the code correctly.
Excellent. Follow me. Your time is at hand, Godwoken.
Coming.
Feel free to look out while I catch my breath. Come speak to me when you wish to proceed. And try not to break anything in the meantime.
Yup. Oh. Ein Skillbook Necromancy. Hier habe ich irgendwelche Scrolls, die nekromantisch sind. Ich kenne. Wirklich, schade. Beide gehen wir immer hier zu Base. Charming Arrow. Das kann ich eigentlich rausnehmen, weil das ist einfach der Standardklick. Wirklich nie. Komm, nur mal so ein bisschen Platz. Rausgeworfen. irgendwas sein, was ich noch nicht benutze. Okay. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Einfach seit 2 Sekunden unter irgendwas Shit. Ja, 3, 4, 5, 6 sind das sogar. Jetzt noch was. Einigen Radiance. Poison shit. So, Bullhorns. So, ja, es fehlen noch meine blauen Zauber, die ich aktuell habe. Hail Strike, Restoration. Play Dead ist, finde ich, ziemlich sinnlos, aber hey. Hier hin. Time Warp machen wir auch hier hin. Das sieht schon viel aufgeräumter aus. Die 19 Slots sind benutzt, der andere Kram ist hinten. Dann können wir seine Auswahl wieder locken. Damn it. Hammer down. Special Attack. Spike. Dann mit hier vor schon mal von mir aus, aber Sucker Punch ist weg. Also das Notice, ja dann. Okay. Skills haben wir alle draußen, ne? 9 von denen. Plus noch ein paar extra. Zack, zack. Ja, haben alle Skills, die wir aktuell können. Ich 3, 4, 6. Plus 3 hier, und die ich nicht habe. Trading Place Shields ab. Alright, aber ich finde es immer verwirrend, ehrlich gesagt. Und ja. Sachen drin sind, die wir aktuell nicht nutzen. Das heißt, wir machen das erstmal so auf. Ja. Hier ist auch aufgeräumt. Ding. Offen. Ich finde es verwirrend, Zauber drin zu haben. Binding Radiance. Beherrsche ich Binding Radiance? Überhaupt? Ja, nicht gar nicht. Inventar-Totem. Hier vormachen. Basic Attack kommt raus. Ocean, sowas kann an sich schon auf Seite 2. Das ist schon nicht verkehrt, aber erstmal hier. Warte. Leute. Okay, wir haben 19 Slots. 10, 17. Das ist 18. Irgendwas fehlt noch. Das hier fehlt noch, ne? Rallying Cry. Okay. Gerade einen verloren. Jetzt bleibt Bild. Die Summon-Reihe, die hier Hydrosophist-Reihe und die Necromancing-Reihe. Und das ist die Teleport-Reihe, die zeige ich seit Tagen, aber ich bei ihr mal hier hinter. Smoke Grenade weg, so aus wie Granaten kommt alles auf Seite 2 jetzt. Da haben wir unsere Skills. Hier Shields, Winter Blast. Hier. Moment. Winter Blast hier ist. Rain und Vergessen? Das ist unten. Jetzt Strike. Ja. Strike. Ja. Das ist noch da hinten, jawohl. Faucet Infusion, Death Wish. Death Wish. Könnte ich noch austauschen. Könnte Blut regnen lassen. Und halt Blut saugen, aber. Ist auch krass, aber wir behalten es einfach mal. Das ist Infect, Restoration ist drin, Mosquito Swarm ist da, Soothing Cold ist da. Rain ist da, Teleport ist da, Power Infusion ist da, Shackles of Pain sind da, Exploded Corpse ist da, Elemental Totem ist da, Ice Fan ist da und Rallying Cry ist da. Purge ist da, Manning Song ist da. Shields. Was Shields ab jetzt hin? Shields ab ist echt krank. Muss ich das behalten. Okay. Wir haben mal die Skillbars aufgeräumt. Wenn ich sagen muss, bitte lieber hier eigentlich diese Zauber dazwischen. Divinity brauche ich eigentlich. Ja. Visibility. Ich will rausnehmen, den Chameleon Cloak gerade. Würde ich sagen. Lieber irgendwas dabei. Ja, Uncanny Evasion. Ganz geil. Und als Kampffähigkeit kann auch hier rüber noch. So, müsste ich alles haben, was ich einsetzen wird. Sehr gut. Jetzt aber wirklich, ne? Ist aufgeräumt, alles schön aufgeräumt. Herrlich. Sagen, locken wir das wieder ab.
Ancient runes, weird contraptions. This place is an Arcanist's dream.
Generator Control Valve. Bücher. Hagebücher.
Opening the door, you see a selection of ingredients, thrown together in no particular order.
Boring.
Hungry Flowers Show. Hm? Summoning. Wäre ein blankes Summoning Book zufällig? Oh, ich weiß nicht wo. Ah, Plank Necromancer Book. Warum Plank Summon Book? Andere blanke Bücher? Ne. Fucking Arrowheads, ja. Zeug. So alles R hier unten. Gut, einiges an Büchern. Oh, das ist eine Lampe. Okay, wir haben was gelernt. Aber... Und noch Bücher hier. Why not? You with me? Powerful scrolls are made with source orbs. Oh. Das macht mich schon wieder neugierig. Im Sinne von mit F soll ich durch. Mit M aber. Runes. Kein Gear, aber. Ja, zum Beispiel. Schauen wir mal ganz kurz nach. Wir sagen. Die Range ist gewaltig. Okay, nice. Ja, gut. Sagt nein. Mehr Physical Damage? Ich gebe immer mehr Physical Damage. Was den dann zu Wound. Ist gut. Gar nichts Zockelbares. Hier die Sand, Constitution. Muss mal überlegen, ob ich ihr dann das gebe. Was ist unser anderes Source-Zauber? Kann nichts sagen. Auch nicht kacke. Das überlegen wir uns dann noch. Wir haben jetzt schon den Source Orb. Der hat er aktuell. Ganz hinter die Source-Geschichten. So.
Maester is examining her wounds, prodding at this, wincing at that. Her face seems grim as she turns to you.
Do you know what it means to have the power of the divine, Godwoken? Just so. To accept divinity is to accept responsibility for the lives of every person and beast that walks Rivellon. If granted divinity, you would have the power of all 7 gods at your disposal. You could heal any wound, pull islands from the sea, right any injustice. But make no mistake, the divine has only one duty: to protect this world from the void. The divine cannot use her power for anything else.
Entschuldige, Hughes. Damen. Feuers.
Very well, then. Let's see if we can't snatch divinity from the jaws of the void. The ritual itself is quite simple. Drop some blackroot in the bowl, mix in a little blood, set the concoction aflame, and then inhale the smoke. Ignore any feelings of dizziness, burning in your lungs, or a dire sense of existential dread.
Oh.
They're all perfectly normal, although you will need to sacrifice a little sauce along the way. Everything you need is here. Ingredients in the cupboard, sauce in the glowing fountain, ritual in the tome by the bookcase, even an incinerator to provide a flame.
The Maester looks back at her wounds, curiously prodding them as fresh blood oozes out, staining her claws.
Quite. Mind you, being torn asunder by a Voidwoken would be even more inconvenient. So if you wouldn't mind...
The Maester points sharply to the ingredients.
Once, although not by a Godwoken. My assistant did not believe that one had to be chosen by a god to become divine.
She waves a bandaged hand absent-mindedly, wincing slightly.
A headstrong and thoughtless girl, but the experience was... was quite educational. From observing her, I gather that the ritual involves inhaling the smoke, a lot of screaming, and a rather sudden death. Well, certainly. It is not my place to police the stupidity of others.
Wohl wahr.
I have to admit I was curious. Imagine if it had been a success. Why, then anyone could have ascended, even I. Alas, success was beyond her reach. Quite fascinating to watch, though. I've never seen a body burn from the inside out before.
Jo, das ist auch eine seltene Sache, gebe ich zu.
And do not lose anything. These ingredients are rare indeed. I'm not hiking back out to the Cloisterwood to fetch you more blackroot.
Holy shit, ist das gut. Will ich haben. Nice. Ja. Sie hat mehr Sexappeal, keine Frage. Aber das ist statustechnisch natürlich einfach mal unfassbar. Für ihn ist es auch nicht ganz verkehrt, aber hier eher. Intelligence 12. Ah! Alle anderen kannst du nicht gebrauchen, ne? Das ist eine Menge Magic Armor, aber ich habe genug Magic Armor. Goddammit, Ham. Plus Summoning. Kann ich mir es leisten, einen der Ringe abzugeben? Den Necromancer dann, ne? Necromancing ist zwar auch geil, aber... Und anderes den hier? What's the Magic? Intelligence, Poison Resistant. Ja. Geomancer, ja, ist besser für ihn und er. Illusion, Borrow, ja, nope. Fuck. Ja. Okay. Bitten. So.
Opening the door, you see a selection of ingredients, thrown together in no particular order. After a quick rummage, you spot the blackroot nestled between the grated dragon's tongue and Drudene oil. You gather up the blackroot, obsidian lance, and ancient bowl, and kick the door of the cupboard closed.
Okay, how do I cut myself with this? Seriously, how do I do that? Ganz kurz. Nein, nicht Edge Grenades. So.
Opening the door, you see a select...
Are you simple? Perform the ritual. Ingredients in the cupboard.
Recruit in the bowl, okay, ja, Obsidian Lances. Okay. Ein vom Bein. Oh, die Obsidian Lance hat. Okay. Okay, so.
As you suck the smoke deep into your lungs, your vision starts to swim and cloud. There is an intense pounding in your head, and you can feel the world fading. As the world fades away, you lose all sense of being grounded. You reach out, but you can feel yourself falling slowly, sinking into the depths of your own soul.
Oh ja. Jawohl. Oh, ich liebe das. Divinity. Warte mal. Oh. Ich gucke ganz kurz hier nach den beiden Rennen hier. Project Gotham Racing 2. Atmosphärenkiller, ich weiß, aber hey. Wird mal wieder Zeit, glaube ich, für fest safe einfach. Ganz geschlossen, ich muss erkunden, bis ich bin. What?
Ah, there you are. I've been waiting for you.
Eine Stimme.
I was worried you weren't coming. Isn't that just the question? I come bearing a gift. See, look into my eyes. There. Now wait. Wait.
Oh.
Ah. Now speak the spell and see what I've gotten for us.
Ganz kurz. Ich möchte die hinten mit haben.
There. That's a bit more familiar. So, go on. Pretty fantastic, isn't it? You're a step closer toward becoming like one of them now. One of the gods, Losa dear. Come on.
Ja, war schon mir klar, ich muss trotzdem fragen.
You can see spirits now. Try it next time you cut some innocent to bits.
What?
You'll be able to find out just what their sweet little soul thinks of you. Certainly. And here I am, all by my lonesome. The other Godwoken will find one of the 7 hiding out in their souls, you know. Shriveled, half-dead gods looking to steal source from their chosen in exchange for the power to see spirits. They need source, and they're running out of it. Soon enough, there'll be little more than dead, dry husks, light enough to knock down with a puff of air.
Wir wissen, was das für ein Vieh ist.
That is, unless they get help. Why would they want you? You think the gods have any use for a 2-bit singer with a parade of unpredictables marching through her head? You may be Godwoken, but that doesn't make you worthy. But that doesn't matter, Losa. I saw something special in you. Something they didn't see. That's enough.
Ja, oder was?
Potential. Look what you can do. You can bless. You can see the spirits of the world. When will you believe that all I want is to see you, to see us, succeed?
Was bist du? Wenn du mir verrätst, was genau du bist, was deine Motive sind, dann kann ich ja vielleicht mal anfangen zu überlegen. Vertrauen aufzubauen, ne? Aber...
The void itself is hunting down the gods, leeching them in ways I only dreamed were possible. Drop by drop, they drain away, and your path forward becomes all the clearer. The gods have gone into hiding within your fellow Godwoken. They seek to become what we are, stronger together, unstoppable together. But we are far ahead of them already. And I know where we must go next.
Ich jetzt auch frage, die Godwoken sind ja anscheinend laut Fanes Aussagen auch nur so ein paar Adlige aus seiner Ära. Das heißt, wir müssen auf jeden Fall Fanes die Gegenseite erkunden, den Dämonologisten aufsuchen, den Dämonentypi halt aufsuchen, wie auch immer.
The Well of Ascension. Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? You're smarter than you look. It's a lake, really. A pool of pure source in which the powers of the 7 lie united. The 7, fools that they are, each gave up half their powers to create the first divine. To bathe in the lake is to become divine. We'll do more than that, though. Feeling thirsty?
Trink noch nicht jetzt See.
The gods are weak. Weaker than I expected. The void is nearly here. You need to go to the Well of Ascension and absorb the source of the 7. All of it. Then you'll become a god. How does that sound?
Ich will nicht lügen, das ist ziemlich krass.
Without me, you would have died in a shipwreck before you even got to Fort Joy. I have been good to you, Losa. Remember that.
Das sind drohende Worte.
The world needs someone to safeguard it against the void. With the powers of the gods, you'll do a great job. Don't you think?
Das Vieh wird auch die Kraft. Ich krieg gar nichts. Ich bin nur das Gefäß.
Much the same as it is now. I'll be your advisor, your helpmate. And in return, you'll ensure my survival in the new order of things. For make no mistake, a new order is coming. Whatever you want, you'll be in charge. You fret so much about others. I do hope one day you'll learn to let go and think of yourself. Let me show you what comes next. We'll make our way to the lake, but not yet. Not until you've become a true master of the Source. You'll need to learn to speak the language of creation itself. It won't be easy. You'll need to find tutors, masters of the Source, people who can teach you to increase the volume of Source you can control.
Oh yeah.
Few remain, and the ones who do have been driven to the brink of survival. The Order has made certain of that. Still, I have full faith in you, Losa. You'll find them, and you'll convince them to teach you. Once you have, find me here again. We'll move forward from there. Till next time, darling. Go on, scoot.
Ganz kurz. Was wollte ich? Ich wollte irgendwas nicht abchecken. The north of Trifford, genau. Jahan. The north of Trifford. Ah, ist klar, das ist derselbe, den wir hier beschrieben bekommen haben. Jahan. Das heißt, wir wissen auf jeden Fall, wen wir aufsuchen müssen.
The Meister stares intently at you. Her eyes are tired and bruised, but determined.
Das ist die Assistentin, oder? Die hier irgendwo rumsteht wahrscheinlich.
Still alive? Gods above, there might be something to you after all.
She leans in, her bloody tongue flickering hungrily about your face.
Tell me, what did you see? What you know?
She sighs impatiently as you hack up the last of the green smoke.
You can't channel enough sauce? Gods be damned, why couldn't you have a nice simple problem? Finding an orc to dance the hornpipe, perhaps? Indeed not. And ever more difficult when you've been purged. I was a master of sauce once, but no longer. The Magisters saw to that. The river of my source has been dammed. My link to the font from which it flows, severed. So we must seek alternatives. Alas, the only source masters not yet hauled off to Fort Joy or turned into meat puppets are those too dangerous or cunning for the Magisters to contain. Sorcerers that allowed their power to corrupt them. Many are wicked, cruel, vile, and generally not good teacher material, but we may have no others to turn to.
What?
You will not be there long, I assure you. There is only so much you can glean from a twisted mind. However, it is the path we walk, no matter what the cost. No matter what is asked of you.
The Meister doubles over in a violent coughing fit, struggling for breath. After a few moments, she regains her composure, wiping a thin smear of blood from the corner of her mouth.
No matter what is asked of you, you must learn from them. And you do not seem to be paying attention. Sorcerers, evil, controlling your source, saving Rivellon, please. Please tell me at least some of this rings a bell. Your focus, your only focus, must be on finding these masters, on finding the secrets to divinity. Nothing else matters. Alas, I am. And we do not have time to nitpick morals. The Magisters have kept ledgers with all known sorcerers, especially the powerful ones not yet captured. They would be an invaluable resource. But do be careful not to get caught. I was there.
Das dachte ich mir ja fast, dass wir die Magister fragen
And I
müssen.
promise you the gallows was the most comfortable part of the experience. And if their barracks turns out to be as empty as their skulls, just try to keep an ear to the ground. There may still be powerful sorcerers hiding in these lands.
As she speaks, one of her wounds reopens, a dark red stain spreading across her tunic. She hisses in frustration and starts to bind the gash.
I wish there was more I could do, but in this condition, I would be more a hindrance than a boon. Godspeed, and remember, do whatever it takes.
The Meister sits slumped in her chair. You notice that some of her scales have dropped to the floor.
What news? Can you channel enough source? Are you powerful enough to proceed? Of course, my supply has rather gone up in smoke. You can find more in the cloister woods to the northwest of Driftwood. Hardly a charming place, but it grows nowhere else. Then why, pray tell, are you wasting both my time and your own? Go!
Wahrscheinlich nicht mehr, ich trotzdem mit. Hey.
The spirit of an elegant elven woman materializes before you. She seems surprised.
You can see me. A god woken in my presence. You honor me.
The spirit looks at you regretfully.
It is hard to hear of such power and not covet it for yourself. I lie to myself and convince myself that I am special. But I am not special. I am dead.
Oh, you are at least. Okay, gang, let's go.
Blessings of the divine upon you, my lady. My husband and I were just sitting down for a picnic under the sun. We haven't much to offer, but would you care to join us?
Natürlich.
Wonderful. Come, sit. Oh, it's lovely to meet new people on the road.
Sind ja gut drauf.
There you go, all cozy. So tell me, are you heading to Arks like we are? Nicholas and I wouldn't miss Lucian's day for the world. That's so lovely to hear. The more pilgrims pray for his return, the sooner Lucian will walk among us once more, just like the prophecy says. So come, let us break bread and strengthen ourselves for the journey. We have a sacred duty ahead of us in the holy city of Arks.
You eat, drink, and have a good time of it with Glory and her husband Nicholas. After the meal, you express your thanks and take your leave.
Love grenade.
Greetings! May the Seven circle you and keep you safe. Ah, it's a wonderful day, wouldn't you agree? And with good reason, too. Oh, for isn't it wonderful to look upon so simple a meal, bread and cheese, and be positively overcome with appetite? Why, only a few days ago, I was writhing in pain, having eaten from that rotten fish they dare sell on the market. But then a fellow pilgrim passed by, laid his hands upon my feverish skin, and just like that, I was cured. Truly, it was a miracle. Alas, I cannot say who he was, but I can say what he was. A holy man. A stranger showing kindness to strangers, exemplifying the teachings of the divine. Fills my heart with gladness to know that there are still folks like him to be found, now that our Lord Alexander has fallen. May the Seven keep him. May they keep all of us.
Nelson, my inkwell is dry. Fetch me some more.
A so-called holy man who can heal with magic. I wonder if he might be one of the sorcerers Meister Siva wants me to find.
Möglich ist sowas, auf jeden Fall.
Let it be known henceforth to each and every subject here and everywhere that in the absence of our beloved Alexander, Bishop Divine, slain with malice and injustice by foul sorcerers, as were let fly by the perfidious lizards of the ancient empire, with the aid and abettancy of the treacherous dwarven kingdom, the divine order of Lucian is now led by his son's most trusted intimate and
Oh, bitte
advisor,
nicht. Jetzt kommt Dallas.
Dallas,
Natürlich.
Hammer of the Divine, savior of the sorcerers, and new deliverer of the peoples of Rivellon.
Oh, ich sehe gerade hier, glaube ich, das ist die schwerste Hotlap in Project Gotham Racing. Ah ja, oh Gott, habe ich gekotzt. Das ist halt hart. Das will ich ihn schaffen sehen.
The Hammer shall take counsel from her most trusted advisors. Hail to the Hammer, 7 times blessed.
Advisors, eh? Who do you think it is? The Void Dragon, Damien, Leandra, and Ulthring?
Mein kleiner Let's Player hat gerade das Rennen, das ich mich sehr gut erinnern kann, dieses ewige schnelle Runde.
If that new advisor of hers realizes that.
Right away.
Magister Regional Headquarters and Jail, Driftwood,
Oh. Hallo.
Come on. Can't I go play with the
My
others?
career is at stake.
No can do, Chickadee. You're not leaving my sight for a while longer yet.
But Ma...
Da siehst du das.
Barwins, would you have me die of thirst?
Right away.
Fill my damn cup.
You're doing okay, boy of
Can't I go
mine.
and play with the others? Ma, I'm fine.
No can do, Chickadee. You're better than fine,
Belson,
Bub. You're a
my inkwell
hero.
is dry. Fetch me
Course,
some more.
sir. Right away. But Ma...
Oh, ich wollte doch nur lesen. Nicht mal stehlen.
Well, there's a fun face. Byron and I are patching up before we head home. Hope the order folks are treating you all right. You stay out of trouble now.
You're the best.
Stimmt.
I have to stop these disappearances. My career is at stake.
You doing okay, boy of mine?
I'm watching you, stranger.
Bellwether, I need those reports, damn it.
Oh.
Bub, you're a hero.
Sorry.
State your business to Magister Carver or else get out. That's Magister business. Keep your nose out of it. Of course, sir. Right away.
Belson, my inkwell is
Course,
dry.
sir.
Fetch me some
Right
more.
away. Come on. Can't I go and play with the others?
Ja, die
No
Rüstung
can
sieht
do,
hammer aus.
Chickadee. You're not leaving my
Barwins,
sight for
would
a
you
while
have me
longer
die
yet.
of thirst?
Right away.
Fill my damn cup.
State your business to Magister Carver or...
The Magister startles, realizing there's a stranger in his midst.
Hallo.
What do you want? You can't just come in here as you please. There's Magisters missing. I'm trying to conduct a bloody investigation. Well, mind your bloody step in future. I've an investigation to carry out, and I don't need any more distractions. Yes, a vile little tinkerer goes by the name of Higba. 3 of my Magisters have gone missing of late from right here in Driftwood. All signs are that Higba is responsible. The fiend's greed gave him away. He was peddling items that belonged to those missing from our ranks. He saw my men before they could seize him and fled. Catching, killing, I don't care. There'll be gold for whoever puts an end to this rat. If you see anything, tell me or my men at once. Otherwise, keep the hell out of our way. Well, do you know anything? Stop wasting my time then.
No can do, Chickadee. You're not leaving my sight for a while longer yet.
But Mom...
You doing okay, boy of mine?
Ma, I'm fine.
Head nodding drowsily, the Magister brings her voluminous sleeve up to her face. She sniffs loudly and suddenly jerks to attention, eyes red-rimmed with zeal, and something else.
They won't take me unawares. I'm ready for anything. See? I haven't stepped in... Well, I'm ready. That's what matters. Vigilance! Why, whoever's snatching magisters off the street and disappearing them?
Oh shit.
6 lost in a week. 6! Need to be ready. Ready! Ready! Ready to protect!
Waving you away, she cranes her neck to scan all around her, jaw clenched and eyes flickering.
Bin ich direkt müde, wenn ich so Leuten zuhöre, wie sie vollkommen müde sind.
Oh, great, a citizen. Can't you see I'm on a break here? What? Oh no. Poor Demori. Go tell Magister Raymond or Magister Julian immediately. They'll raise the alert. Go. Now.
Okay. Kurze Aufnahmepause.